The Maya civilization, flourishing from 2000 BC to the 16th century AD, left behind an array of monumental structures with the grandiosity and precision that continues to astound the modern world. These temples, pyramids, and palaces dotted across the Yucatan Peninsula rise from the jungle as if defying the very gravity that binds us. The intricacy of the Mayan calendar, their written language, and the astronomical alignments found within their architecture pose the question, was this the work of mere mortals, or could there have been otherworldly assistance? Take, for example, the Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, in Chichen Itza. On the spring and autumn equinoxes, the play of light and shadow on the pyramid's staircase creates the illusion of a serpent descending, symbolizing the feathered serpent god Kukulkan. Such a sight begs the question, how did the Maya acquire such complex astronomical knowledge? When we delve into the heart of the ancient astronaut theories concerning the Maya, we encounter a rich tapestry of art, architecture, and myth that seems to some to extend beyond earthly origins. Proponents of these theories point to various artifacts and architectural marvels, claiming they could be evidence of extraterrestrial contact in ancient times. Take, for example, the intricate stelae and murals found in sites like Palenque and Bonampak. These ancient stones, etched with the history and cosmology of the Maya, depict what some believe to be figures in elaborate costumes that could be interpreted as some form of spacesuit. Particularly the sarcophagus lid of the great ruler Pakal of Palenque has been at the center of alien speculation. The carving shows Pakal in what appears to be a reclined position, surrounded by what could be construed as machinery, perhaps even a spacecraft. Skeptics, however, argue that this is a depiction of the Mayan world tree and Pakal's descent into the underworld, part of the Maya's rich iconography and storytelling. Another piece of the puzzle is the Maya's apparent obsession with the stars. Their pyramids, like the ones found in the city of Uxmal, were not just tombs or temples, but were also aligned with celestial bodies and events. For the Maya, Venus was more than just a planet. It was a harbinger of war and a timekeeper for the cycles of their leaders and agriculture. The movements of Venus were tracked with such accuracy that some theorists suggest it was not just through careful observation, but through a knowledge given to them with hints of an extraterrestrial source. Beyond the alignment of their pyramids and the precision of their astronomical knowledge, the Maya's own creation stories speak of gods who descended from the sky. The Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Maya, recounts the story of the hero twins who ascend to the heavens and converse with the gods themselves. For those inclined to believe in the ancient astronaut theories, such texts are not merely myth but a historical account of alien visitation. This blend of sophisticated knowledge with legends of gods from the stars creates a fertile ground for theories of ancient astronauts. It's a captivating idea that once upon a time beings from another world looked upon Earth and chose to impart wisdom to the ancient Maya, helping to create one of the most enigmatic civilizations known to history. The Mayan calendar is a testament to the complexity and sophistication of Mesoamerican science and cosmology, an intellectual heritage that continues to intrigue and baffle scholars and enthusiasts alike. This ancient timekeeping system is far more than a method to mark the days. It is an intricate web of cycles and epochs that interlock with the movements of celestial bodies, deeply rooted in Mayan mythology and worldview. One of the most famous aspects of the Mayan calendar is the long count, a cyclical calendar that spans roughly 5,126 years, ending on a date that many have associated with December 21, 2012. This particular date caused a modern-day stir, with some interpreting it as a prediction for the end of the world. In reality, for the Maya, it signified the end of a great cycle and the beginning of another, much like the odometer of a car rolling over to mark a new mileage. Within the long count are smaller cycles like the Tzolk'in, a 260-day calendar which intertwines a sequence of 20-day names with 13 numbers, creating 260 unique day combinations that had both practical and ceremonial importance. It is believed this calendar was used for determining auspicious days for events such as sowing crops, warfare, and religious ceremonies. The Hab, a solar calendar, had 365 days and was used alongside the Tzolk'in to create a synchronized cycle called the calendar round, which would repeat every 52 Hab years. The precise alignment of their calendar with astronomical cycles is evidence of the Maya's extensive knowledge of astronomy. They were meticulous sky watchers, documenting the patterns of the moon, the apparitions of comets, and even the cycles of planets such as Venus and Mars with startling precision. Their observatories, like the Caracol at Chichen Itza, were marvels of architectural engineering designed to cast a watchful eye upon the heavens. The calendar also held a sacred aspect. The Maya believed that time was a living entity and that each day had a specific deity associated with it, which would influence the day's events. The interplay between the days, the deities, and the celestial bodies formed a complex religious system that permeated every aspect of Maya life, from agriculture to leadership and identity. Much of what we know about the Maya calendar comes from codices, like the Dresden Codex, which is filled with astronomical tables that predict eclipses and the movements of planets with astonishing accuracy. It's this mastery of the cosmos, encapsulated in their calendric system, that has led some to speculate about the origins of their knowledge. Was it the result of generations of careful observation, or, as some suggest, could it have been influenced by otherworldly sources? In the dense jungles of Mesoamerica, the ruins of the Mayan civilization whisper secrets of their advanced understanding of astronomy and the cosmos. Among these secrets are the astounding alignments and architectural anomalies that go far beyond aesthetic design and delve into the realm of the celestial. Take, for instance, the Pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza. Twice a year during the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts a series of shadows on the steps of the pyramid that resemble the slithering body of a snake, culminating in the stone-carved head of Kukulkan at the base. This isn't just a coincidence. The Maya had engineered this astounding phenomenon with intentional precision, marrying their architectural prowess with their astronomical observations. This shadow play is not the only instance where architecture and cosmology intersect in Mayan culture. The orientations of many Mayan temples and pyramids align with the positions of the rising or setting sun on significant dates, such as the solstices. Some buildings are positioned in such a way that they frame the moon at its northernmost and southernmost zeniths. These structures served a dual purpose as both places of worship and sophisticated observatories that charted the movements of celestial bodies with an accuracy that rivals modern methods. But the anomalies don't stop at solar phenomena. The Maya had a particular reverence for Venus, a planet they associated with the god Kukulkan, and many of their ceremonial complexes seem to align with the cyclical appearance and disappearance of Venus in the night sky. The Dresden Codex, one of the few surviving pre-Columbian Maya books, contains detailed Venus tables that predict the planet's path with an error margin of just 2 hours every 500 years. Another anomaly lies in the city of Tikal, where a series of temples align perfectly with the stars of the Orion constellation. This configuration is not accidental. The Maya believed that the dark rift of the Milky Way, which they called the Xibalba or Black Road, was the path to the underworld, and the Orion constellation played a key role in their cosmology. Even more curious is the city of Copan, with its hieroglyphic stairway that ascends towards the heavens, containing more Mayan glyphs than any other monuments in the region. The stairway itself seems to serve as a historical narrative, but also aligns with the sun on specific dates, possibly connected to the history it depicts. These architectural anomalies suggest that the Maya were not just building structures for the living or the dead. They were creating a landscape in sync with the heavens, a sort of dialogue between the earth and the sky. Each building, each city was a note in a grand cosmic composition that played out across their civilization. The sophistication of these alignments and the knowledge required to achieve them prompts a deeper question. Was this advanced understanding of astronomy and mathematics homegrown, or is it possible that it was influenced by external forces, perhaps by encounters with advanced travelers from beyond our world? While mainstream archaeology credits centuries of accumulated knowledge and cultural evolution, the idea of extraterrestrial influence remains a tantalizing possibility for many. The architectural marvels of the Mayan civilization remain not only as a testament to their religious and cultural beliefs, but also as an embodiment of their engineering acumen and sophisticated knowledge systems. Deep within the Central American rainforest, structures such as pyramids, temples, and entire cities reflect a level of advanced engineering that seems almost anachronistic for their time. Among the many feats of Mayan engineering, the water systems of Palenque stand out. They constructed an intricate network of aqueducts, underground channels, and reservoirs to manage the flow of water with precision. The genius of this design is evident in the way it mitigated flooding during heavy rains, conserved water for periods of drought, and even controlled water pressure. They used the natural incline of the land to their advantage, showcasing an understanding of hydraulic engineering that was incredibly advanced for a civilization of the pre-industrial era. In terms of materials, while the Maya lacked access to metals like iron or steel, they nonetheless erected structures that have withstood the test of time. They developed a type of concrete from burning limestone and mixing it with water, creating a substance that hardened over time. This material was often used in conjunction with their detailed stonework. The precise way the Mayans cut and fitted these stone blocks together, often without the use of mortar, is a marvel of construction. Some of these joints are so tight that even a sheet of paper cannot be inserted between the stones. The Mayans also displayed a profound understanding of acoustics. The Great Ball Court at Chichen Itza, for example, is an architectural phenomenon. If a person claps their hands at one end, the sound creates a series of echoes that mimic the chirp of the sacred Quetzal bird. This is no simple echo, but a sophisticated manipulation of sound waves, deliberately achieved through the dimensions and textures of the structure. Such intentional acoustic effects are also found in their temples and pyramids, where footsteps ascend to sound like raindrops, and spoken words can travel across vast courtyards with clarity. Then there's the mystery of the Mayan arch, known as the Corbel Vault. Unlike the true arches of Roman construction, the Mayan arch consists of stepped corbel stones that project inward from the walls until they meet at a peak. While this method did not allow for the support of massive structures above, it was perfectly suited to the materials and climate of the Mayans, facilitating the construction of expansive upper-level rooms and impressive doorways. Have you ever gazed at the night sky and wondered if somewhere out there, someone else might be looking back? The vastness of space has always been a source of endless speculation. But today, we're not just reaching for the stars, we're delving deep into our own history. Let's embark on an exploration to unravel a captivating question. Did the Aztecs, one of the most powerful and sophisticated ancient civilizations, have a connection with extraterrestrials? The Aztecs, an ancient civilization flourishing between the 14th and 16th centuries, remain a subject of immense fascination. Their vast empire, characterized by great cities like Tenochtitlan, is a testament to their architectural and societal brilliance. However, beyond admiration for their tangible accomplishments, the mystery surrounding the origins of their knowledge has given rise to numerous speculations. One element fueling these speculations is the speed with which the Aztecs seemed to progress. In a relatively short time, they developed complex societal structures, architectural wonders, and advanced systems of agriculture, trade, and astronomy. Given the limited technological means available during their era, this rapid advancement has often baffled historians and scholars. Yet it's not just the speed of their progress that's intriguing, it's the magnitude. The Aztecs, for instance, had a calendar system that rivaled, if not surpassed, those of contemporary civilizations. Their understanding of the cosmos was incredibly sophisticated, leading some to wonder how they achieved such insights without the aid of modern telescopes and tools. This intersection of rapid progress and the depth of their knowledge often brings up a tantalizing question. Did they have a source of information unknown to us? While some believe that they might have drawn from lost civilizations or ancient cultures, others have ventured further out, suggesting an extraterrestrial influence. Fuel to this fire are the intricate carvings and drawings discovered in Aztec ruins. Some depict figures that, to the modern eye, bear an uncanny resemblance to what we'd describe as astronauts or unidentified flying objects. These artifacts, while open to interpretation, have provided ample material for those searching for evidence of ancient alien contact. Finally, the very narratives of the Aztecs play into this theory. Their legends and religious beliefs are peppered with references to the stars, heavenly beings, and events that occurred in the sky. For those inclined to speculate, these tales hint at a connection, not just spiritual but perhaps even physical, between the Aztecs and beings from the cosmos. The Aztecs, among many ancient civilizations, had a profound respect for the heavens. Their daily lives, rituals, and even their majestic structures were intricately intertwined with celestial movements. This entwinement was not a mere fascination. It was an understanding so deep that it often leaves one pondering, How did they achieve this without our modern tools and knowledge? One of the most notable aspects of Aztec civilization is their architectural wonders. At the heart of their capital, Tenochtitlan, stood the Templo Mayor, a colossal double pyramid dedicated to the gods of war and rain. But this was not just an ornamental or religious structure. It was a marvel of astronomical precision. The temple was meticulously aligned with specific celestial bodies and events. During certain times of the year, the sun would rise or set, aligning perfectly with the temple's stairs, creating a visual spectacle that symbolized the descent or ascent of their deities. These alignments were not coincidental. They showcased the Aztecs' intricate knowledge of the solar year and the equinoxes. Furthermore, other structures around the city, and indeed across the Aztec Empire, were positioned concerning specific stars, constellations, and planetary movements. This suggests a systematic and comprehensive understanding of the sky. But why? For the Aztecs, the heavens weren't just a vast expanse above, they were a mirror to their world below. By aligning their buildings with the heavens, they believed they could draw down the power and favor of the gods. Beyond architecture, the very layout of their cities and ceremonial ball courts also demonstrated this celestial connection. These areas were designed to mirror the Milky Way, certain constellations, and other celestial phenomena, turning their cities into a reflection of the universe. The precision with which the Aztecs achieved these alignments is nothing short of remarkable. Without the telescopic technology we possess today, they relied on naked-eye observations and perhaps sophisticated tools made of materials like obsidian and quartz. The depth of their understanding has led some to suggest that perhaps this knowledge was not entirely of terrestrial origin. Could it be that the Aztecs had guidance from a more advanced civilization, maybe even extraterrestrial? While there's no concrete evidence to confirm such theories, the mere existence of their awe-inspiring sky-aligned architecture keeps the door of speculation wide open. The Aztecs held a rich tapestry of gods and deities that governed various aspects of their world, many of which had clear associations with celestial objects and phenomena. These connections between the gods and the skies were not just symbolic, but were fundamental to Aztec beliefs and rituals, raising questions about their origin and the profound nature of these associations. One of the most revered gods in the Aztec pantheon was Huitzilopochtli, the sun god and god of war. Depicted as a hummingbird or an eagle, he was believed to be in a constant battle, fighting against the darkness to ensure the sun's rebirth every morning. The daily journey of the sun was seen as a mirror to Huitzilopochtli's struggle, a cosmic play where the sun's setting was a temporary defeat, only to rise again triumphant. The sun, the most visible and significant celestial body, was not just a glowing disk in the sky for the Aztecs. It was the embodiment of a god, a deity that battled daily for them. Similarly, the moon god Tezcatl had his own tale, often depicted as an older deity who carries a large white shell symbolizing the lunar glow. In certain Aztec myths, it was believed that Tezcatl attempted to become the sun but was unsuccessful, resigning him to his cooler, dimmer state as the moon. Then there were the Tzitzimime, celestial deities associated with stars. They were believed to be the protectors of the heavens, often portrayed as skeletal figures that could descend to Earth during solar eclipses, symbolizing the temporary chaos in the heavens. These beings, while terrifying, were essential in maintaining the cosmic balance. The centrality of these celestial gods in Aztec myths and daily life points to an intense focus on the skies. Rituals, sacrifices, and ceremonies were meticulously planned around celestial events. Given the detailed stories and characteristics attributed to these gods, one cannot help but wonder, were these narratives born solely from human imagination and observation? Or might they have been influenced by encounters or teachings from beings beyond our world? Some suggest that the detailed and profound connections between the gods and celestial bodies might hint at ancient encounters with beings from the skies, possibly extraterrestrials. While this remains a theory without definitive evidence, the intricate relationship the Aztecs held with their gods from the heavens continues to captivate our imagination and fuel such intriguing speculations. The Aztecs, like many ancient civilizations, have left behind a legacy of artifacts and records that still surprise and intrigue researchers today. Among the vast array of their cultural and scientific accomplishments, there are a few that stand out and make us question the sources of their knowledge. Could it be possible that some of this knowledge came from a source not of this earth? One of the first pieces of evidence that jumps out is the Aztec calendar, also known as the Sunstone. This massive, intricately carved stone, weighing around 25 tons, displays a comprehensive understanding of time and astronomy. It not only recorded days, months, and cosmic cycles, but also depicted various gods and mythological creatures, suggesting a link between celestial phenomena and their deities. The precision with which the Aztecs could predict solar and lunar eclipses, the Venus cycle, and other celestial events is astonishing. Their ability to track and record these cycles with such accuracy without the aid of telescopic equipment is still a topic of research and debate. Then, there's the matter of their architectural prowess. The city of Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire, was an engineering marvel of its time. Floating gardens, aqueducts, and a complex grid system of canals showcased a knowledge of civil engineering and urban planning that was highly advanced for its era. The temples and pyramids of the city, aligned with specific celestial bodies, stood as testaments to the Aztecs' advanced knowledge in both architecture and astronomy. The ceremonial mask of Xiuhtecuhtli, the god of fire, offers another clue. Made of turquoise mosaics, the mask showcases a detailed knowledge of lapidary work. The precision in which each tiny piece of turquoise was shaped and assembled is a testament to their advanced craftsmanship. How the Aztecs acquired such detailed knowledge in various fields, from metallurgy to gem crafting, remains an intriguing question. Moreover, in Aztec mythology, Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god, is described as a wise teacher who brought knowledge of agriculture, metallurgy, and the arts to the Aztecs. Depictions of this deity, often shown as a snake with feathers or even in more humanoid forms with elaborate headgear, have led some to speculate about extraterrestrial connections. Could Quetzalcoatl's descriptions be an ancient interpretation of a visitor from another world, one who brought new knowledge and technologies to the Aztecs? While definitive evidence linking the Aztecs to extraterrestrial beings is elusive, the civilization's advanced artifacts and knowledge continue to fuel such theories. The precision of their calendars, the sophistication of their architecture, and the intricate details of their artwork all pose questions about the origins of their advanced understanding. Were these accomplishments the result of human ingenuity alone, or might there have been some otherworldly influence? The debate rages on, but one thing is for sure: the legacy of the Aztecs continues to captivate and inspire wonder in all who delve into their mysteries. The Aztecs, residing in what is today central Mexico, were not only masterful engineers and fierce warriors, but also exceptional astronomers and storytellers. Their relationship with the heavens was not a mere fascination. It was an integral part of their daily life, religion, and identity. As the night sky unfolded above them, the Aztecs saw not just stars, but tales of gods, creation, and the cosmic dance of time and destiny. Central to Aztec astronomy was the observance of celestial bodies, especially the movement of the sun, moon, and Venus. Venus, particularly, was of paramount importance. The Aztecs called it the morning and evening star. Its cycles, both as the morning star and the evening star, were meticulously recorded, and its appearances and disappearances were used to time certain ritual events and ceremonies. This emphasis on Venus is not entirely surprising, given that its brightness is surpassed only by the sun and the moon in the night sky. However, more than just tracking celestial bodies, the Aztecs wove intricate myths around them. The Milky Way, for instance, was seen as the pathway of the dead, a shimmering road that souls traveled on their journey to the afterlife. This luminescent band across the night sky was not just a collection of stars to the Aztecs, it was a spiritual guide, a beacon for those who had passed on. Imagine traversing the highlands of Peru and stumbling upon the ruins of Machu Picchu. This ancient Inca site, perched between the stark peaks of the Andes, is not just a wonder of the world, but also a marvel of engineering that leaves even the most skeptical visitor in awe. The Incas constructed this citadel without the wheel, without iron tools, and without a written plan, yet its buildings, terraces, and ramps blend seamlessly into the mountain topography. What's particularly astonishing is the precision with which the Incas cut and fitted stones. Some of these stones weigh well over 50 tons, yet they interlock with such exactness that the joints don't permit the passage of a hair. This level of detail suggests more than just architectural prowess. It whispers of an intimate understanding of geology, geometry, and astronomy. The stones themselves, some believe, carry a celestial secret. The Inca civilization revered the heavens, and their builders oriented the entire city astronomically. Certain windows and doorways aligned perfectly with the solstices, while others frame mountains that were sacred to their cosmology. There's a rhythmic pattern to these structures that seems to echo the celestial dance of stars and planets. Then there's the question of how these massive stones were transported. Legends speak of a mystical technique involving the use of sound to levitate the boulders. While this sounds like the stuff of science fiction, it aligns with the Incas' advanced knowledge of acoustics, evidenced by places like the Sacsayhuaman fortress, where even a whisper can carry across great distances due to the architecture's acoustic properties. The method of cutting the stones is equally baffling. Some stones have perfectly straight cuts and angles that would challenge modern power tools. Theories abound, from the use of a plant with acidic properties to soften rock, to the possibility of advanced ancient technologies lost to time. The lack of definitive evidence has allowed speculation to flourish, with some postulating that these cutting methods are not of this world. Moreover, the way these structures have withstood the test of time and resisted earthquakes is further testimony to their engineering. The Incas employed a technique known as ashlar masonry, where stones are cut to fit together without mortar. Remarkably, during seismic activity, these stones dance. They move and then settle back into place, unharmed. This isn't just construction. It's a harmonious dialogue with the Earth's movements. One of the most tantalizing and mysterious legacies of the Inca civilization is the discovery of elongated skulls. These cranial deformations have spurred a wealth of speculation and intrigue, leading some to propose connections with otherworldly beings or unknown practices. The Inca culture, along with other Andean civilizations, practiced cranial deformation, a custom where the skulls of infants were intentionally modified through binding, resulting in elongated shapes as the child grew. It is a tradition found in many different cultures worldwide, but the prevalence and extremes to which it was taken in Inca society have captured the imagination of historians and enthusiasts alike. To the Incas, the elongated shape of the skull was associated with beauty, status, and nobility. It was likely that the practice began as an imitation of a naturally occurring genetic trait, a status symbol that distinguished the elite from the common populace. Skull deformation began shortly after birth, when the infant's skull was most pliable. Boards and tightly bound cloth were used to gradually alter the shape of the head over time. These skulls have led to various theories, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Some suggest that the Incas might have been trying to emulate the appearance of an esteemed ancestor or a revered figure from their mythology. Others have taken the presence of these skulls as evidence of ancient astronaut theories, suggesting that the Incas were mimicking beings from beyond the stars. Surgical skill is another aspect highlighted by Inca skulls. Not only did they modify skulls for aesthetic and cultural reasons, but they also performed successful cranial surgeries, trepanation, for medical purposes. These surgeries often removed small pieces of the skull following trauma to reduce pressure and allow healing. The survival rate of these procedures was remarkably high for pre-modern surgery, attesting to their medical knowledge and skill. In the shadows of the Andean mountains lies evidence of a civilization that, at its peak, stretched over much of South America. The Incas, known for their sophisticated society and strikingly complex urban planning, were not just builders but artisans of the land who seemed to have a profound connection with their environment. Their architectural feats are not merely structures, they are symphonies of stone and earth, harmonizing with the undulating landscapes. One of the most puzzling aspects of Incan architecture is its diversity and adaptation to the challenging terrain of the Andes. From the arid coastal plains to the steep highlands, Inca structures were tailored to their surroundings with such efficiency that modern engineers still study their techniques. For instance, the city of Pisac is a testament to the Incas' understanding of agricultural and urban planning. It features an integration of water management and terrace farming that maximizes the arable land area, turning steep mountainsides into lush, productive gardens. The use of terracing is a marvel in itself. These weren't just simple dirt embankments. The Incas constructed multi-layered terraces with a sophisticated drainage system to prevent waterlogging and soil erosion. Beneath the surface of each terrace lies a complex layering of sand, gravel, and rock that filters water and ensures the survival of crops even in the harshest of droughts. And then there's Ollantaytambo, a fortress that doubles as a temple, exhibiting both the defensive might and the spiritual aspirations of the Inca. It is home to some of the most massive stones ever used in Inca construction, which were transported from quarries miles away. The logistics of such an endeavor are mind-boggling, especially considering the steep terrain and lack of wheel-based transportation. Inca stonework is yet another enigma. The precision of their cuts is so remarkable that it often appears as if the stones have been molded like clay. No mortar was used, the stones are so exquisitely carved and wedged that they have survived centuries of earthquakes. This masonry was not merely functional but also symbolic, often representing the Incas' relationship with nature. The famous 12-angled stone in Cusco is not just an architectural wonder, but a symbol of the Incas' ability to master the wild, unruly forces of the earth and bind them into a coherent, ordered form. Their cities, like Machu Picchu, defy conventional understanding. Placed high in the clouds, these urban centers were self-sufficient, with advanced water channels and storage systems, ensuring a constant supply of fresh water. The careful placement of buildings to catch the morning sun or to provide a windbreak speaks of a detailed knowledge of the environment and an ability to adapt structures to serve both practical and ceremonial purposes. Indeed, their architectural achievements seem almost superhuman, which fuels speculations about where the Incas could have acquired such knowledge. Some believe that their wisdom was not of this earth, given to them by visitors from the stars who left no other trace than these marvels of stone and soil. This theory is bolstered by the Incas' own mythology, which tells of Viracocha, the creator god who came from the sea and taught the Incas all they knew before heading into the west. On the arid plains of the Peruvian desert, the Nazca lines sprawl across the landscape like a vast tapestry of geoglyphs etched into the earth. These monumental figures range from geometric shapes to zoomorphic designs, including spiders, monkeys, and even what some interpret as astronauts. Their sheer scale defies immediate comprehension, and their purpose is cloaked in mystery. Created by the Nazca culture around 500 BCE to 500 CE, these lines were formed by the simple but laborious technique of removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the surface of the Nazca Desert and uncovering the contrasting whitish ground beneath. Most of the figures are so large that they can only be fully appreciated from the air, a fact that has tantalized observers and led to rampant speculation about their creators' intended audience. Theories about the line's purpose range from the astronomical to the divine. One prevailing theory suggests that the lines function as a sort of astronomical calendar, with certain lines aligning to the positions of the sun, moon, and stars at pivotal times of the year, such as solstices. This celestial alignment indicates a sophisticated knowledge of astronomy and a deep need to intertwine their cultural and spiritual practices with the heavens above. Another theory posits that the lines may have played a role in pilgrimage rituals. The lines could have directed processions to sites of great ritual importance, with the shapes perhaps symbolizing animals and objects of religious significance. Imagine lines of worshippers tracing the contours of these immense drawings, a physical and spiritual journey across the sacred landscape, the lines guiding not just their path, but their meditative state. The lines have also been linked to water, a precious resource in such a parched environment. Some researchers have speculated that the geoglyphs were part of a complex system related to water worship and water conservation, with each figure potentially representing a plea to the gods for rain, or perhaps marking the location of underground water sources. The Nazca lines may be a grand expression of the community's collective struggle for survival in an unforgiving climate. Adding to their mystery is the method of construction. The precision with which the lines were made suggests careful planning and coordination, yet the Nazca people left no written records of their methods. It's believed that they used simple tools and surveying equipment made from sticks and ropes, but the execution of such large-scale figures with such accuracy points to a highly organized society with a strong sense of communal effort. Moreover, the durability of the lines is nothing short of astonishing. In a region where winds can whip up sand with fierce intensity, the lines have remained largely undisturbed for over a millennium. This is partly due to the climate, one of the driest on Earth, and the hard, clay-like soil, which is baked solid by the sun. Recent discoveries made using modern technology have uncovered even more lines, suggesting that what we see today may only be a fraction of what existed. These new figures, which include more human-like images, add depth to the enigma of the Nazca lines. They underscore our still evolving understanding of this ancient culture, and they remind us that the Earth holds many secrets, silently waiting beneath our feet. Göbekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey, is an archaeological marvel that continues to baffle experts. Estimated to be over 11,000 years old, it predates Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids, challenging the conventional timeline of human civilization. This site comprises numerous massive stone pillars, some reaching heights of up to 20 feet and weighing several tons, intricately carved with animal motifs and abstract symbols. The pillars are arranged in circular structures, believed to be ceremonial or religious in nature. What makes Göbekli Tepe unique is not just its age, but the sophistication evident in its construction. It was built by a society that was presumed to be simple hunter-gatherers, yet the complexity of the site suggests a high degree of social organization and advanced architectural skills. This contradicts the established notion that such complex societies only formed after the advent of agriculture and settled life. One theory about Göbekli Tepe's purpose is that it served as a religious temple or site for ritual gatherings. Some archaeologists speculate that its construction could have been driven by astrological events or as a form of ancestor worship. Intriguingly, the site appears to have been intentionally buried several millennia ago, leading to theories that it could have been a ritualistic closure or protection against invasion or natural disaster. The ancient city of Dwarka, mentioned in Hindu scriptures and believed to have been established by Lord Krishna, has long been a subject of intrigue. Recent underwater explorations off the coast of modern-day Gujarat, India, have unearthed structures and artifacts that some believe are remnants of this legendary city. The findings include stone structures, pottery, sections of walls and beads, which suggest a rich and well-established settlement. These discoveries have reignited interest in the historicity of the Mahabharata, an epic narrative in which Dwarka plays a significant role. According to the text, Dwarka was a city of unparalleled splendor and prosperity, which submerged into the sea following Krishna's departure from the world. The archaeological findings lend some credibility to these ancient texts, blurring the lines between myth and history. The exact age of the underwater ruins is still a subject of research, with estimates ranging from a few thousand to several thousand years old. The city's advanced urban planning, as suggested by the layout of the discovered structures, indicates a highly sophisticated civilization. Theories about Dwarka range from it being an important port city of the ancient Indus Valley civilization to a standalone powerful city-state with significant maritime links. The Sumerians, an ancient civilization that flourished in the region of southern Mesopotamia, which is known as modern-day Iraq, are credited with one of the most significant inventions in human history, the creation of writing. Their script, known as cuneiform, emerged around 3500 BCE and marks a profound transition in human culture from prehistory to the historical period. Cuneiform began as a system of pictographs, used initially for simple record-keeping and accounting purposes. Over time, these pictographs evolved into a complex system of writing, enabling the Sumerians to document laws, myths, business transactions, and daily events. This innovation was revolutionary as it allowed for the preservation and transmission of knowledge across generations and distances. The Sumerians used clay as their writing medium, inscribing wet clay tablets with a stylus made typically from a reed. Once inscribed, the tablets were baked in the sun or a kiln, making the writing durable. Thousands of these tablets have survived, providing a wealth of information about Sumerian culture, economy, religion, and daily life. One of the most intriguing aspects of Sumerian writing is its sudden appearance and rapid development. There is no clear precursor to cuneiform, leading to various theories about its origins. Some scholars suggest that it was a result of Sumer's complex society, needing a method to document transactions and property, while others theorize external influences or an evolutionary leap in cognitive ability. The Sumerians were also advanced in other areas, such as mathematics, astronomy, and architecture. They developed a base 60 number system, which influences how we measure time and angles to this day. Their understanding of astronomy was sophisticated, as evidenced by various astronomical records and observations. The legacy of the Sumerians extends beyond their writing system. Their myths and epic tales, most famously the Epic of Gilgamesh, are some of the earliest literary works known and have influenced subsequent cultures and literature. The Sumerians' innovations in writing, mathematics, and their rich cultural contributions make them one of the most fascinating and influential civilizations of the ancient world. The Nazca Lines, located in the arid coastal plains of Peru, are among the most mysterious and awe-inspiring ancient artworks in the world. These large-scale geoglyphs, created by the Nazca culture between 500 BCE and 500 CE, include more than 1,000 individual figures ranging from simple lines and geometric shapes to intricate depictions of animals, plants, and imaginary beings. Some of these figures span up to 1,200 feet, making them so vast that their full forms can only be comprehended from the air or high vantage points. The creation process of the Nazca Lines involved removing the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the surface of the Nazca Desert and revealing the light-colored earth beneath. This contrast in color creates the striking images we see today. The lines have survived centuries due to the region's stable climate and minimal wind erosion. The purpose of the Nazca Lines remains a subject of debate and fascination. While some researchers suggest they served astronomical purposes, aligning with celestial bodies for ritualistic or agricultural calendars, others propose they were part of religious practices or paths for ceremonial processions. There are also theories suggesting a connection to water, which was a scarce resource in the region, with some lines pointing to sources of underground water. The Nazca Lines' discovery and subsequent study have provided valuable insights into the Nazca culture's innovative techniques and artistic capabilities. However, their true significance remains elusive, making them a captivating enigma of the ancient world. The Minoan civilization, flourishing on the island of Crete during the Bronze Age, is recognized for its significant contributions to European history. Renowned for their elaborate palaces, most notably the Palace of Knossos, the Minoans established one of the earliest advanced societies in the Aegean region. Their civilization, which reached its peak between 2000 and 1450 BCE, was characterized by stunning architecture, intricate art, and sophisticated urban planning. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Minoan civilization is their still undeciphered script, known as Linear A. This writing system, used for administrative and religious purposes, has resisted interpretation, leaving a gap in our understanding of Minoan society and culture. The later Linear B script, used by the Mycenaeans, was deciphered and found to be an early form of Greek, but Linear A remains a mystery. The Minoans were also skilled traders and navigators, establishing trade networks that reached as far as Egypt and Anatolia. Their art, often depicting natural scenes, religious rituals, and sports, indicates a society that celebrated nature, religious practice, and athleticism. The decline of the Minoan civilization is another subject of interest and debate. Theories range from a catastrophic volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera, Santorini, to invasions by Mycenaean Greeks. There is also evidence to suggest that natural disasters, including earthquakes and tsunamis, may have played a role in their downfall. Despite these theories, the precise reasons for the Minoan civilization's decline and the details of their societal structure and daily life remain largely unknown. The Minoans left behind a legacy of artistic and architectural marvels that continue to fascinate archaeologists and historians, painting a picture of a vibrant, advanced society that made lasting contributions to European cultural heritage. Teotihuacan, located in the basin of Mexico, is an ancient metropolis that once stood as one of the largest cities in the world. Its name, given by the later Aztecs, translates to the place where the gods were created, reflecting the awe and reverence the site inspired. Established around 400 BCE, it reached its zenith between 100 BCE and 550 CE, with an estimated population of up to 150,000 people at its peak. The city is best known for its grandiose architecture, including the immense Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, and the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. The layout of Teotihuacan is geometrically precise and highly symbolic, with the main thoroughfare, the Avenue of the Dead, aligning with significant astronomical points. The pyramids themselves are marvels of engineering and are constructed in a manner that echoes the surrounding mountain ranges, possibly to mirror the sacred landscape. Despite its grandeur, many mysteries surround Teotihuacan. The identity of its builders, their language, and the reason for the city's sudden decline remain unknown. No written records from the city's inhabitants have been found to provide clarity on these points. The origin and purpose of the site's extensive mural art, which depicts deities, animals, and scenes of daily life, also puzzle researchers. The murals suggest a rich religious life, but the specifics of their beliefs and practices are not fully understood. One theory posits that Teotihuacan was a religious and cultural center that exerted influence across Mesoamerica through its innovative urban planning and monumental architecture, rather than through military conquest. The city's wide-ranging trade networks are evidenced by artifacts from distant regions found within its limits. Interestingly, evidence suggests that Teotihuacan was burned and abandoned around 550 CE, possibly due to internal conflicts or resource pressures. The absence of a clear military defeat has led to the speculation that the burning could have been part of a ritual or civil uprising. The city's influence continued long after its decline, with Teotihuacan serving as a model for subsequent Mesoamerican cultures. The Aztecs, who discovered the ruins centuries later, incorporated Teotihuacan's architecture and iconography into their own culture, further adding to its legacy. In contemporary times, Teotihuacan remains an active archaeological site and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting researchers keen to unravel its secrets and tourists captivated by its ancient allure. Its complex history and the enigmatic remnants of its once thriving society continue to be a source of fascination and scholarly debate, as each discovery at Teotihuacan offers a tantalizing glimpse into the pre-Columbian past of the Americas. Beneath our feet lie tales of entire worlds forgotten by time. From Malta's enigmatic hypogeum to Turkey's sprawling subterranean cities and China's mysterious Longyu caves, our ancestors carved out more than just shelters. They crafted stories in stone. As we delve into these ancient underground marvels, prepare to uncover secrets buried deep, where every chamber whispers legends and every corridor echoes with history's footsteps. The hypogeum of Hal Saflieni, located on the sun-soaked island of Malta, is a marvel that intertwines history, mystery, and architecture. As the only known prehistoric underground temple in the world, its allure extends far beyond its subterranean nature. Delving into this fascinating structure, one can't help but be struck by its age. Dating back to around 2500 BCE, this structure predates the famous pyramids of Egypt, which gives us a sense of the age and significance of this site. Constructed across 3 levels and descending to a depth of more than 10 meters, the hypogeum was chiseled meticulously out of the soft limestone that underpins much of Malta's terrain. What's striking is the sheer dedication and effort it must have taken. Picture this: ancient builders, with rudimentary tools, intricately carving out spaces in complete harmony with the Earth's contours, ensuring structural stability while crafting vast chambers and corridors. It's a testament to human capability and determination. But it wasn't merely an architectural project. The hypogeum's primary purpose was spiritual. Serving as both a sanctuary and a necropolis, it was a sacred space where the living communed with the departed. Over 7,000 human remains have been discovered within its chambers, suggesting that it played a significant role in the burial rituals of the Maltese temple period. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Among the remains, archaeologists discovered unique spiral-carved patterns and intricate red ochre paintings. These art pieces hint at a rich tapestry of beliefs, possibly linked to the cycle of life and death or the celestial movements. One of the most fascinating chambers within the hypogeum is the oracle chamber. This chamber possesses unique acoustic properties. A word uttered softly within its confines resonates and amplifies throughout the entire complex. Some believe this was purposefully designed to evoke a sense of the supernatural, where the voices of priests or oracles would boom mystically, reverberating with divine intensity. Amidst these wonders lies the Holy of Holies, a chamber showcasing a detailed reproduction of the exterior of a megalithic temple. This mimicking of external temple architecture in an underground environment raises questions about the cultural and spiritual practices of the temple builders. Were they replicating the above-ground temples as a symbolic gesture, or was it an attempt to merge the worlds of the living and the departed? Though the Hypogeum is a treasure trove of history and culture, much about it remains shrouded in mystery. Numerous questions persist about its builders, their lives, their spiritual beliefs, and the societal significance of this grand subterranean temple. And as we delve deeper into its chambers, we realize that the Hypogeum is not just an ancient relic. It's a doorway, beckoning us to step in and journey through millennia of human endeavor, belief, and ingenuity. Nestled within the historical region of Cappadocia in Turkey, there's an underground marvel that redefines our understanding of ancient human settlements, the subterranean city of Derinkuyu. Unlike any conventional city, Derinkuyu challenges the vertical dimension, plunging deep into the heart of the earth rather than sprawling across its surface. Imagine, if you will, a vast underground network, complete with tunnels, chambers, and vents, all meticulously carved out of the soft volcanic rock that characterizes Cappadocia's landscape. This is no mere underground hideaway. Derinkuyu is an intricate city that spans an astounding 8 levels deep. Its depth and complexity make it one of the largest underground settlements ever discovered. But why go underground? The initial reasons were practical. Cappadocia's unique geological formations, known as fairy chimneys, were naturally soft and easy to carve. Over time, as external threats from invaders became more prevalent, these underground havens offered the local population a secure refuge. The entrance doors, massive stone discs, could only be opened or closed from the inside, providing an effective defense mechanism against any intruders. Within this subterranean wonder, one discovers a city teeming with life's essentials. There are living quarters, stables for livestock, storage rooms, wine cellars, and even religious chambers, including churches with impressive frescoes that have withstood the test of time. Air and light are facilitated by strategically placed ventilation shafts, ensuring that even at its deepest levels, the city remained breathable and livable. A particularly intriguing feature of Derinkuyu is its sophisticated water system. Wells were not connected to the surface to prevent poisoning by any potential invaders. This means that the inhabitants had fresh water, even when under siege, enhancing the city's self-sufficiency. Moreover, the city was connected to other underground cities in the region through miles of tunnels, which hints at a level of cooperation and possibly a complex trade network between these subterranean settlements. But who were the masterminds behind this impressive city? While the earliest known mention of Derinkuyu is in ancient Greek texts, it's believed that the Hittites, an ancient Anatolian people, began its construction in the 8th century BCE. Over centuries, as various empires and groups, including the Phrygians, Persians, and early Christians, took residence in the region, they expanded and enhanced the city. Derinkuyu isn't just a marvel of ancient engineering, it's a testament to human adaptability. It challenges our contemporary notions of what a city should be and highlights the ingenuity of ancient civilizations in ensuring survival amidst external threats. As we walk its dimly lit corridors, the echoes of the past reverberate, reminding us of the lengths humanity can go to preserve and protect its own. In the serene village landscape of Longyu, Zhejiang province in China, lies an intricate puzzle that has both amazed and baffled researchers for decades: the Longyu Caves. These caves, unlike any typical natural caverns, are a testament to human determination, precision, and ingenuity. Discovered quite by accident in 1992 by local villagers, these caves were initially assumed to be an ancient quarry. But as the waters were drained and further exploration was conducted, the sheer enormity and complexity of these hand-carved caves began to emerge. Today, 24 caves have been uncovered, though there's speculation that many more might be hidden beneath the surface. Each of the discovered caves is massive, averaging about 1,000 square meters in size, with heights reaching up to 30 meters. Now, what's truly remarkable about these caves isn't just their size, but the precision with which they've been carved. The walls, ceilings, and pillars are uniformly leveled, with differences in height as minute as a single millimeter. This suggests that the architects behind these caverns had an acute sense of detail and access to sophisticated tools and techniques. Adding to their intrigue, the walls of the Longyu Caves are covered with intricate carvings and chisel marks, which are so uniform they give the impression of being molded by machines. Yet these caves are believed to date back to at least 2,000 years, making the existence of such machinery an impossibility by our current understanding. The mystery deepens when we consider the sheer volume of rock that had to be removed to create these caverns. Estimates suggest that over 1 million cubic meters of rock were excavated. Where did all this material go? There's no evidence of such vast amounts of debris in the surrounding areas. Another puzzle is the purpose behind these caves. While many ancient underground sites around the world served as tombs, religious sites, or shelters, the Longyou caves don't seem to fit any of these categories. There are no historical records, inscriptions, or artifacts that provide a definitive answer. Waterproofing is another impressive feature of the Longyou caves. The walls have been treated with a special mixture, giving them a glossy appearance and ensuring that they're impermeable. This is a significant technological feat considering the age of these structures. As for who built them, that remains one of the greatest enigmas surrounding the Longyou caves. While some theories suggest they might be the work of an ancient Chinese dynasty, there's no conclusive evidence to pin it on any specific group. The caves don't fit seamlessly into the architectural style or techniques of any known civilization from the region. The Longyou caves challenge our perceptions of ancient civilizations and their capabilities. With every chiseled mark and perfectly aligned pillar, they pose questions about the knowledge and techniques of our ancestors. As we continue to explore and decipher their mysteries, these caves stand as silent sentinels of a past that's waiting to be fully understood. Tucked away in the region of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies one of the most incredible architectural wonders, the underground city of Kaymakli. While Cappadocia is already renowned for its unique rock formations and fairy chimneys, Kaymakli adds another dimension, quite literally, by plunging into the depths of the earth. The first striking feature of Kaymakli is its vastness. This ancient underground city spreads across 8 floors, although only a few are open to the public. Originally carved out of the soft volcanic rock, the city's tunnels, chambers, and air shafts form an intricate labyrinth, showcasing the advanced understanding of construction and design by its ancient builders. While many might question the purpose of constructing such a massive subterranean space, it's believed that Kaymakli primarily served as a refuge during invasions and wars. The region's history is punctuated with frequent invasions, from the Hittites to the Persians, and the underground cities like Kaymakli provided the local population with a place to hide, live, and even conduct daily activities away from prying eyes. The design of Kaymakli is both functional and strategic. Heavy stone doors could seal off corridors, making it difficult for invaders to penetrate deep into the city. Additionally, the numerous tunnels connecting different parts of the city would allow inhabitants to move freely, access resources, and communicate without being detected. Beyond just tunnels and chambers, Kaymakli was equipped with all the amenities needed to support life for extended periods. There are living quarters, stables for livestock, wine and oil presses, storage rooms, and even a church. Remarkably, the city also features ventilation shafts and water wells, ensuring fresh air and water supply for its inhabitants. These features highlight how the designers of Kaymakli not only focused on immediate protection, but also on long-term sustainability. Another fascinating aspect is the presence of communal spaces. These suggest that Kaymakli was more than just a hideout. It was a place where communities could gather, practice their faith, and conduct ceremonies. The presence of religious spaces, particularly churches, also points to the Christian community that once took refuge here, especially during the Arab-Byzantine Wars. While the history of Kaymakli and its exact timeline remain subjects of research and debate, it's undeniable that the city stands as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. It demonstrates how, faced with external threats, communities can come together to create incredible solutions that stand the test of time. Walking through the dimly lit corridors of Kaymakli, one can't help but be transported back in time, imagining the whispers of ancient inhabitants, the soft glow of oil lamps, and the profound sense of community that this subterranean marvel fostered. The Grand Canyon, spanning 277 miles and plunging over a mile deep, is not just a geographical wonder. Its layers of rock unveil Earth's history, stretching back nearly 2 billion years. As the Colorado River wove its course, eroding the plateau, it exposed the very chapters of our planet's timeline, layer by layer. But what if there's more to this wonder than meets the eye? What if nestled in its rock formations and hidden caves lie secrets of ancient civilizations? The vastness of the Grand Canyon is not just an emblem of nature's grandeur, but it also echoes with whispers from a bygone era. In 1909, an intriguing article surfaced in the Arizona Gazette. This piece of news, sensational at its core, described an archaeological expedition that reportedly had ties to the prestigious Smithsonian Institute. The claims? Within the heart of the Grand Canyon, remnants of ancient civilizations were found, ones that bore uncanny resemblances to Oriental and perhaps even Egyptian cultures. The Gazette detailed how the explorers had stumbled upon a labyrinth of tunnels and caves, many of which harbored fascinating artifacts. Among the finds were tools, weapons, and decorative items that seemed out of place considering the geographical location and the known history of the area. More astonishingly, there were claims of hieroglyphics akin to those of ancient Egypt etched onto the cave walls. The crown jewel of this discovery was the alleged find of mummies, which, if true, would have redefined our understanding of ancient transcontinental interactions. As the news spread, it captured the imagination of many. The thought that the Grand Canyon, already a marvel in its own right, could be the gateway to a forgotten chapter of human history was tantalizing. Here was an implication that there might have been a mingling of civilizations, suggesting unknown trade routes or explorations that connected continents in antiquity. However, while the tale was rich in detail, corroborative evidence was scant. The Arizona Gazette was the sole publisher of this incredible find, with no follow-up stories or additional corroborations coming forth. Furthermore, inquiries to the Smithsonian Institute found that they had no record of the expedition, casting further doubt on the newspaper's claims. This lack of concrete evidence and the ensuing silence led many to dismiss the story as a creative, if not audacious, hoax. Yet, even as a piece of folklore or local legend, the story underscores humanity's innate desire to seek out mysteries and, perhaps, to hope that there's more to known landmarks than what's visible on the surface. Deep within the shadows of the Grand Canyon's towering walls lies a network of caves and crevices that have been carved out over millions of years. These aren't just geological wonders, but possibly repositories of ancient mysteries. Throughout history, humans have shown an innate tendency to seek shelter in caves, not just as a refuge from the elements, but also as a space for contemplation, artistry, and preservation of culture. In this context, could the caves of the Grand Canyon hold clues about past civilizations? Some enthusiasts and amateur archaeologists have speculated about the possibility of finding artifacts hidden within these caverns. The canyon, with its labyrinthine twists and turns, presents a treasure trove of potential spots where ancient people might have stashed their belongings, either for ritualistic purposes or simply for safekeeping. Reports have occasionally surfaced, talking about unusual artifacts unearthed in or around the area. From intricately designed pottery shards to tools that seem anachronistic given the known Native American history of the region, these discoveries fuel the argument for a more complex story waiting to be unraveled. A few narratives even suggest the existence of metallic objects, hinting at a sophisticated metallurgical knowledge that might have been way ahead of its time. Local Native American legends also hint at their ancestors having had a deeper connection to the canyon's caves. Tales passed down through generations speak of sacred rituals performed in the heart of these caverns and of hidden chambers filled with symbols and petroglyphs. Some tribes consider certain caves within the canyon to be spiritual places where the veil between the physical and spiritual world is thin. The recurring tales and finds suggest there's more to be explored. The mere possibility of unearthing an artifact that could redefine history ignites the adventurer in many. But for now, these secrets remain guarded by the timeless walls of the Grand Canyon, challenging us to look deeper, question further, and explore with an open mind. The Grand Canyon isn't just a marvel of geology. It is also a sacred and deeply significant space for the Native American tribes that have resided in its vicinity for countless generations. Their stories, passed down orally through the ages, serve not only as a testament to their rich history and connection with the land, but also hint at a deeper understanding of the canyon's enigmatic past. The Hopi, one of the Native American tribes associated with the Grand Canyon, have a profound spiritual connection to this vast chasm. For them, the Grand Canyon is more than just a geographical landmark. It is the Sipapuni, the place of emergence where their ancestors entered this world from another. This lore suggests that the canyon is not just a place of past significance, but is intrinsically linked to the Hopi's understanding of life, death, and the transition between worlds. Then there's the Zuni tribe, whose ancestral memories speak of a time when their people lived inside the Grand Canyon. They describe vast underground citadels, spiritual places of worship, and the echoes of ceremonies that resonate with the winds of the canyon. Such tales, while not supported by mainstream archaeology, provide a fascinating window into how the canyon is perceived, not as a mere tourist attraction, but as the very soul of a people. The Navajo, known as Diné, have their own tales interwoven with the canyon's vast stretches. They view the Grand Canyon as a sacred place, filled with the spirits of warriors, animals, and deities. The echoing calls of the canyon winds are, to them, the voices of these spirits communicating with the living. Various points within the canyon are used for rites and ceremonies, and it's believed that disturbing these areas can bring about misfortune. Furthermore, petroglyphs and pictographs found scattered across secluded parts of the canyon serve as silent testimonies to its ancient inhabitants. These rock carvings, some dated to be thousands of years old, depict scenes from daily life, spiritual visions, and perhaps even celestial events, showcasing the deep cosmic connection these tribes felt. The allure of the Grand Canyon doesn't merely reside in its majestic views, but also in the secrets it holds deep within its layers. Modern excavations within the canyon are testament to humanity's insatiable curiosity. With every expedition, geologists, archaeologists, and historians delve deeper into the canyon, hoping to glean insights into our planet's past and the ancient civilizations that might have once called the region home. Contrary to popular belief, modern exploration doesn't just rely on pickaxes and brushes. Advanced technologies like ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR, light detection and ranging, are being deployed to peer beneath the surface and uncover hidden structures or artifacts. These tools can detect inconsistencies or abnormalities below the ground, hinting at potential sites of interest without even making a scratch on the surface. Recent excavations have unearthed fascinating finds, from ancient tools and pottery fragments to previously undiscovered rock art, all painting a vivid picture of the canyon's ancient inhabitants. These discoveries offer tantalizing glimpses into the lives, cultures, and traditions of the people who lived in and around the canyon, long before it became a modern tourist attraction. Despite all the progress and revelations, a significant portion of the Grand Canyon remains unexplored and untouched. Its vastness and challenging terrain ensure that there are still many hidden enigmas waiting to be discovered. With every uncovered artifact or structure, a new chapter in the canyon's rich tapestry of history is revealed, hinting at even more profound insights yet to be unearthed. As we look to the future, the Grand Canyon promises even more mysteries to be unraveled. With the advancement in technology and increasing interest in the site's historical significance, the next generation of explorers is set to journey deeper and farther into the canyon. And as they do, they'll not only be discovering the canyon's secrets, but also connecting more profoundly with the echoes of ancient civilizations and the grand narrative of our planet. The walls of the Grand Canyon aren't just bare rocks. Here and there, scattered often in secluded nooks, are pictographs and petroglyphs, the silent whispers of those who came before us. These ancient rock arts are like pages from a diary, narrating stories, beliefs, and daily lives of ancient peoples. The petroglyphs etched onto the rock surfaces and the pictographs painted using natural dyes often present patterns and symbols. Some might show animals native to the region, while others depict human figures in various stances. Certain symbols might seem ritualistic or spiritual, hinting at religious or ceremonial practices. For indigenous communities, these artworks are not just historical artifacts. They are a living connection to their ancestors, an unbroken thread linking them to the very land they inhabit. Every line, every dot, every shade is a testament to their deep bond with the canyon, its challenges and its bounties. As time progresses, many of these artworks are at risk due to natural erosion and, unfortunately, human intervention. They are invaluable not just as art, but as records. They provide insights into the cultures, beliefs, and perhaps even the thoughts and feelings of people from millennia past. These silent historians serve as a bridge, allowing us, if only for a moment, to traverse time and connect with ancient souls. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video today.